Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Have a few big news reports for you today. Some of the reports contradict each other, but let's go over everything and see if we can't make sense of it. TSN insider Chris Johnston says the current asking price for ERIK KARLSSON is a first-round pick and prospects, so not as high as originally believed. On the Oil Stream podcast, TSN insider Tom Gazzola revealed the following. Temper your expectations, Oilers fans. The Oilers and Sharks have talked about ERIK KARLSSON, but Gazzola's sources tell him there is nothing tangible at this time. As has been previously reported, Gazzola mentioned Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl went to Ken Holland following the All-Star game to bring up the possibility of acquiring ERIK KARLSSON. But talk is all it is at this point. Pretty much every media member agrees an ERIK KARLSSON trade isn't impossible, but it's not probable. On Puljujarvi, a waiver placement is the most likely next step, possibly as early as tomorrow, unless there's another major injury for the Oilers. It's possible that Jesse is claimed on waivers, but he most likely clears. Gazzola notes that Jesse will be more appealing to teams after he clears waivers, because if they acquire him, they will be able to send him up and down in their system without concern for roughly a 30-day period. Carolina and Arizona were mentioned as a couple possible destinations for Puljujarvi, but there are more teams out there with interest. Gazzola also noted that Kailer Yamamoto is ready to go. The Oilers just have to make their decision on what move they're going to make. According to Gazzola's sources, at present, there is no trade that is close to happening. However, TSN's Jason Gregor revealed the following. The Oilers made an offer to the San Jose Sharks yesterday. As Gregor notes, it doesn't mean a deal is imminent or will happen, but the Oilers are at least trying to make something happen. If you're wishing for an ERIK KARLSSON trade, don't lose all hope just yet. Appearing on Oilers Nation Everyday, Daily Faceoff insider Frank Saravalli noted that Patrick Kane should be a legitimate target for the Edmonton Oilers. Frank feels Kane has more upside for the Oilers than Jonathan Toews at this point. Both Kane and Toews are having subpar seasons, but Frank notes the drop-off with Toews has been more drastic, and he feels it's a stretch to call Toews a third-line center at this time. Frank's proposed trade for Kane would see the Oilers sending Xavier Bourgault, Jesse Puljujarvi, a 2023 second-round pick, and then a 2025 third-round pick to a third team to retain some of Kane's money, and the Hawks would of course retain 50% of Kane's contract. If you got Kane for cheap enough, it would allow the Oilers to still do other things. The big thing would be is the Oilers still have their first-round pick to use in another deal. Frank Saravalli also mentioned on Oilers Now with Bob Stauffer that he thinks Patrick Kane would be open to coming to the Edmonton Oilers. On Jesse Puljujarvi, Frank feels the Oilers are able to pull the trigger on a deal if they need to, but they are waiting to see how Klim Kostin looks. Kostin has been dealing with a wrist injury, but it's looking like he will return tonight. TSN insider Pierre LeBrun has been pushing Vladislav Gavrikov for the Edmonton Oilers, but the price for Gavrikov just keeps going up. The Blue Jackets apparently want a first and two more assets. Bob Stauffer mentioned on Oilers Now today that he would be out on Gavrikov and Montreal's Joel Edmondson, and I 100% agree. Gavrikov could help, but the price is way too high, and I want the Oilers to aim higher if they are giving up big assets. Potential Oilers backup plan option, Arizona Coyotes defenseman Shane Gostisbehere, is nearing a return from injury, according to Arizona reporter Craig Morgan. Morgan reports Gostisbehere could be back in the next 7 days. And let's wrap up with a couple game day notes. The Oilers have once again assigned Devon Shore to the Bakersfield Condors, and Jack Campbell will get the start tonight against the Detroit Red Wings. No word yet on the rest of the lineup. Well, guys, I don't know what to think. Tom Gazzola tells you to give up on ERIK KARLSSON. It's not happening. Jason Gregor reports the Oilers are putting in an offer yesterday for KARLSSON. I know it's like a massive deal to make happen for the Oilers. I don't know how they do it, but if they're putting offers out there, Ken Holland's at least trying, so I'm not giving up hope just yet. I put out an ERIK KARLSSON trade proposal yesterday. I think most of you didn't like it. A couple of you did, but it looks like that price that I put out there wouldn't even be a price the Oilers have to pay at this point. We'll see how much San Jose is willing to retain, what all would be involved in the deal. Is the deal even going to happen? Who knows? I wanted to make a note for my trade proposal yesterday that I did not take into account how many contracts the San Jose Sharks have A few of you noted that in the comment section, so I appreciate that. The Sharks are currently at 49 contracts, so obviously they can't take on a bunch from the Oilers. The Oilers would have to take some back, or some separate deals would have to happen, but not our problem to figure out. It's Ken Holland and Mike Greer's problem to figure out, and I just hope they can find some kind of solution there. What do you guys think about Patrick Kane? Should the Oilers be reinvested? We talked about that one in the summertime a lot, late fall. ERIK KARLSSON, Patrick Kane are one of the big names coming to the Edmonton Oilers. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. I'll see you guys later tonight for the Fanatic Rundown following the Oilers and Wings. Take care, guys. See you soon.